Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to share a simple but hardworking day from my farm. Because today I planted maize using a snow machine in my field. To be honest, the day didn't start very energetically for me. I was feeling quite tired. For the past few days, work on the farm had been continuous, and my body was feeling the strain. Today was the day to sow maize seeds, and although I could have done it myself, I decided to call the driver. Because I wasn't feeling up to it, I called the driver and asked him to come and sow the seeds in the field using the snow machine. At the same time, I specifically told him to keep an eye on the fuel average, because the vehicle had been consuming more fuel than usual over the past few days, and that was something I was concerned about. After a short while, the driver arrived. Before starting the work, we carefully checked everything: the snow machine, the seeds, the pipes, and the vehicle to make sure there were no issues. One big advantage of using a snow machine is that it places the seeds at the right depth, in straight lines, and in the correct quantity, which helps the crop grow better and saves a lot of time and effort. Since I was already feeling tired, I went and sat in a corner of the field while the driver started working. I told him to drive calmly and focus on the machine, and I would observe from where I was sitting. The fresh air of the field, the smell of the soil, and the sound of the machine created a very peaceful environment. Moments like these remind you how valuable hard work is and how deeply connected farming is to life. The driver started the machine, and the sowing process began. From a distance, I watched as each line was formed neatly and the maize seeds were placed safely into the soil. At the same time, I kept an eye on the fuel gauge to check the vehicle's fuel consumption and make sure everything was working smoothly. The work continued continuously for about 1.5 hours. Sometimes I stood up and walked around the field, and sometimes I sat back down to rest. Time passed quickly. Eventually, the driver called out to me and said that the field was fully prepared. I walked over and carefully looked at the entire field. Seeing straight rows, properly planted seeds, and a well-prepared field brought real satisfaction. This is the moment when all the tiredness fades away and you truly feel proud of your work. After finishing the job, we had a short conversation, especially about the vehicle's fuel average. Then the driver left, and I stayed behind in the field. When I looked up at the sky, I noticed dark clouds gathering, and it felt like rain could come at any time. I thought that if it started raining, the tools lying around in the field could get damaged. So I decided to collect all the equipment and move it into the garage for safety. One by one, I gathered all the tools. Some I carried by hand, others I dragged along, and finally placed everything safely inside the garage. These small precautions may seem simple, but in farming, they help prevent big losses later on. Agriculture is not just about hard work. It also requires awareness, planning, and responsibility. So friends, this was our day, and this was today's short but hardworking video. If you enjoyed watching it, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. God willing, I'll meet you again in the next video with a new task and another day of hard work. Until then, take care. Goodbye, 拖拉机玉米。
you